Watchers, kind of celebrating these nice numbers, 45 to 48 out on the island, liking it. Still feels kind of raw. Cooler numbers north and west, more a function of geography than anything else. And then also we have more clouds filling in as well. Interesting, some of the pictures that we were receiving, just gray skies, and you can see that. Anthony, though, is going to have some pizza for lunch. I like that. Gray skies here. That's what's for lunch for that fella. But yeah, it's the kind of weather that makes you feel like you just want to do that. But the reality is, so many of us on the move and heading out. Numbers compared to yesterday, 2, 3, 4, 10, 12 degrees warmer. Winds right now have shifted. So we have a south wind. Notice wind speeds 5 to 10. Not bad. Watch how the computer models are handling the change in the wind into the evening hours. Whoa, starting to get cranking there. 15, 20, 35-mile-an-hour winds. Again, the direction out of the south-southeast. Watch what happens for the overnight hours. By 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, we could see some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So just screaming winds. That does add, with the added heat to the instability, could see some thunderstorms overnight. And then tomorrow morning, we could see a 60-mile-an-hour gust out of this storm. That's why we have a wind advisory hugging the coast. But everybody is going to be hearing that breeze and feeling that wind. Now we're seeing the clouds fill in right now. Moisture aloft over South Jersey, hitting the ground through Delaware. It's a super soaker from Atlanta to Charlotte in through, Nashville up into Lexington. So there's airport slowdowns already affiliated with this. There's a secondary low that will join with this. That's the strengthening storm. That will account for the increase in the wind. By 5 o'clock this afternoon, we'll see some rain. Now notice, from east to west, not everybody sees rain, and then there's a little bit of a break for Thursday evening activities. Remember, that wind is going to fill in, and then it meets the really heavy rain overnight. Rainfall rates go up, coverage goes out. You're seeing more rain for more of the area. Then there's a little bit of training rain with that heavy rain over the same area. That could also lead to more flooding. And then one other thing we want to point out, this is lingering into Saturday morning. If it's an early Saturday escape or that's your plan, remember, you're still dealing with some wet weather. The North American model, really the most aggressive model with that close to 3-inch total. It all depends on where those bands set up. It's flood watch for everybody with 1 to 3 for a total. And then also a coastal flood advisory. They're trimming that. They're fine-tuning that. 48 today, that's above normal. Sure, it's going to be warm, but just remember, it is going to be challenging. I would just factor in extra time and air travel. It's going to be impacted by this storm, so make sure you stay on top of those flights.